How to stand out in a saturated market. In this video, I'm going to exactly break down how you can become one of the industry leaders like Iman, Alex Becker, Charlie Morgan. This has worked for thousands of coaches themselves and also myself and also the people that I teach. So we're going to get into deep into the source. Get a notepad, take screenshots because it's going to be educational AF. Now, what you might think is that these people are selling to the same market, right? Like, but what's the difference? Is it because it's crypto? Is it because it's SMMA? Is it because it's marketing agency, content agency? You might think it's the vehicle, right? But it's not that. Let me tell you what it is. If you look at these photos, right, these three people, you can see that they're really distinct because of one thing, which is the you factor. They sell you. They don't sell you the SMMA, don't sell you the sales, they don't sell the marketing, but themselves. They have a certain look. Like, look at this, right? If you look at Iman Gashi, he looks like a rich guy who takes care of his mother. Charlie Morgan is this kid who got bullied in school, now lives in Dubai as a bowler. And Alex Mosey is a guy who doesn't visit his family on Christmas days or doesn't visit his family on holidays, loves business, is a friendly guy, wears a nose tape. From a single photo or from a single video, you can say, what is this person about? That's what makes a massive difference. Now, you are one of one and nobody can recreate or replace you. That's what separates these people from the market. The reason why, because there's only going to be one Alex Hermosi who doesn't visit his family on holidays, wears a nose tape, looks like a chill guy, is jacked, and love to eat ice creams and proteins, right? There's only going to be one of him, and there's only going to be one of Charlie Morgan, there's only going to be one of Iman, and there's going to be only one of you. And that's what creates this sort of difference in the market, and that's what makes you stand out. Me, I have a certain look, I have a whiteboard, I have this, I have that, I give a lot of value, I make good presentations, blah blah blah. But the question is, how do you make people care in the first place, right? That's the main key. Because, like, let me ask you a question. Why do you care about your mom? Is it because just because she's your mom? No, because she gives and gives and gives and gives. That's why you need to provide value and make people care in the market. Once you have done that, you need to sell yourself. People need to look at you and be like, okay, this guy has given me so much value. Who the F he is? Who is this guy? What is he doing? Why is he like? And that's what creates fan bases. There are viewers and fans. Fans and viewers are really really different, guys. That's what you need to understand. A fan is someone who will follow you on multiple platforms. A fan is someone who will go with you. A viewer is someone who's just passing by. A fan will go with you. Again, I'm saying this, and a viewer is just someone who will pass by. And this is what creates the massive difference. A lot of people have viewers, like streamers, for example. They have a lot of viewers, they have a lot of viewership, but they won't buy their product, they won't buy their merch because they are not affiliated with them. They don't have a connection built out with these people. And that's where the key is. Now, first you need to make these people clear, and once you have done that, you need to ask yourself, what moves would I make if I was the industry leader? This is extremely crucial. You should write this down on a piece of paper, make it in your notes, open up Notion, whatever you have, and you need to ask yourself this question every single day. Because if you see, my videos are different, if you see the way that I'm proposing my content is different. Why? Because I want to move as an industry leader. I want to be the guy who has the best solution in the market. I want to be the guy who gives the best value and stop making things super complicated in a 15-minute long video, who can give digestible content value to coaches so that they can apply in a single video. That's my goal, right? And you need to work towards that every day, because when you start to act like one, you'll become one. And that's where the key is. A lot of the time, what happens is that you'll get stuck in this loop of, oh, should I be myself or should I act this way? Always act like the industry leader. Do not lose yourself in that. Do not try to copy someone else. I can take inspiration, there's a great quote by, I think, Eubank's father. He's a British boxer. It was like, it's not how you copy, it's not what you copy, it's about how far you can take it, which is really, really deep. Let me say that again. It's not what you copy, it's how far you take the copy, what the next level you can reach, the reiteration of that. If you are going to make a video on fitness, right, and you copy it for someone else, how far you can take it, what touch can you add, what you can make better on it. And once you do that, people will love you more because that video is bad now and your video is good. Pretty simple. Now, people need to ask themselves when they watch you, who the F is this guy? And that's it. And then you need to just have a YT to a IG funnel to convert them, and the game is simple. It's pretty simple. By the way, guys, we're on 40 subs. Thank you all for that. I'm really, really excited. At 50, I'm gonna drop some ads. I'm gonna drop some. I might just drop a full-on course or like a masterclass or like how to do it. It's gonna be a long one. But I'm gonna be like super specific and I'm gonna break it down. I'm not gonna information overload you, because a lot of people, what they do is that they will information overload you with that 9 hour or 8 hour course, and then you're just baffled, and then you buy, because that's the kind of, it works, of course it does, but I'm going to try to make it digestible so that people can actually use it, right? Now, as you can see, 31 subscribers and 1.1k views all came from YouTube, and I'm grateful for that. And one thing that I want to make, right, a lot of time what happens is that we get stuck, and this is a point which I want to make super clearly, is that you as a coach, or you, let me just break this down, you as a coach, or you as someone who is in the industry working, right, you need to always look at other people's content outside of your niche and then get the ideas. You can take an example from e-commerce, a video someone made on e-commerce or on a brand building, and use that in your niche. That makes the content so much easier to produce, and that makes the unique factors so much easier to use. The reason why I don't sit there and, like, flex a lifestyle, go out there, do stuff, all that stuff, is not because I cannot. It's because I don't, because there's no, like, people just wouldn't care. Like, what's the point? And that's the thing. And also depends on your market. If you're selling B2C, like Iman is a master from selling like B2C, right? He has 18-year-old boys who want to take care of their mom, because everybody's a mama boy. Most people are like single mother households, all that stuff, right? And he's rich, he's affluent, he's elegant, and he's all these things. And it appeals to the first world country, 18 to 24 years old, to buy his course. Does he actually use AI? Fuck no. Does he actually use any of it? No. And I'm not villainizing the guy. He's good at the game, but copy him. I'm not saying to make a bad product. Don't look at his fulfillment. If you're not gonna look at his fulfillment, look at the way he's presented himself in the market. Look at his marketing. You can learn from someone else. Now, if you have like someone like Charlie Morgan, right? He uses the results a lot, and he uses that. Use that. You have Alex Baker, who's really, really funny. Pick a point from that. He speaks in a cadence and a rhythm, really, really good. You can learn from all these people and then get a perspective. What I like to do when I'm stuck in a situation is that I don't learn to, let's say my emails are not working, and it's a weird process. You guys can try it out. This is something super sauce, which is, let's say my emails are not working, the copy is bad. I'll go out there and watch a video on philosophy. It's just random, right? And then I'll watch another one on an interview, let's say with John McAfee, right? Weird, out of the roof, right? With John McAfee, the McAfee software. You probably know him. RIP. He's a super interesting guy. And then I would watch a video on how to write emails. Like, you guys don't understand that this sort of process gives you such a unique angle. How do you think I come up with these YouTube videos like 4 times a week? How do you think I'm coming up with all these unique perspectives? Is it just because I just probably like have some sort of material, or like I'm just ripping someone out? Do you feel this is ripping someone out? You see someone who talks about philosophy, John McAfee, and emails in the same sentence? Probably not. It's because when I have a problem, I go out, I get my lens wider, and then I go into it, and that's the main key. What happens with most of you guys is that if you're gonna have Iman, you're gonna follow and copy everything he does. No, 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 no. You see the marketing, you see the way he plays, you pick that up. You take the fulfillment from this guy, you take the talking from this guy, you take the funny from this guy. Again, similar point. And the same can be set out by these people. Now, I do something very deliberately, if you can see, which is just posting results, screenshots, money coming in, all that stuff, right? Like, as you can see here. But why is that done? I learned this from Charlie, which is information overload and also having credibility on the side. Boom. Now, do I talk like Charlie? No. Do I sound like him? No. Do I even make content kind of like him? F no. He uses an iPad and all that stuff. But learned one point, implemented it. Learned one point, implemented it. When you watch these videos, when you watch my videos, because they're really, really value driven, value impact, take one piece of content and just apply it. Then watch it again, then do it again. There's not me trying to sell you, of course. And of course, if you want to do it, free of ads, you want my genius and beautiful and just amazing mind, you want to learn from it, you book a call with me. And we have the best systems in the place. I work with enterprises, companies. I work with people in different niches. I work with people, coaches, etc. And the main one is coaches, but the rest of them are, just like massive, massive companies. Like, I'm talking the big boys and all that stuff. But that was it for today's video. And I'm super, super glad that we got to 40 subscribers. The growth has been kind of exponential, though. Let me kind of open up my stats. Let me just see it. Yeah, guys. So we have gotten 23 subs and 747 views in almost 25 hours of watch time. absolutely insane. You guys have been killing it. Some of you probably came from Twitter or IG. I appreciate that. And I'm going to be posting all this content, some of all these videos. I would highly recommend watching the new ones because they are more impact. I've learned a lot. And that's the thing. You guys need to constantly learn. A lot of time, what happens is that we get stuck in this loop and we don't really try to learn outside the box. Remember the Conor McGregor code is that you can learn anything from anybody. And I'll see you in the next one.